YouTube, what's good, man? Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, as you've seen from the title below, is going to be 10 problems, bugs, or error codes that need to be fixed in Hunt Showdown on console. Man, this video has been highly requested throughout the community, because on the console we really don't have a voice on our platform on console for them to hear us with. And hopefully, if this video gets enough traction, then cryteck will take in consideration some of our points and views and hopefully fix them with upcoming updates, and hopefully push out a lot more updates and server refreshes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Some problems that you've been having, I always read all my comments and always go through all my comments, and make sure to subscribe on this to my channel. And just in case you guys want to see more videos like this or see more Hunt content on console base, and make sure to follow my Twitch down in the description below. And that'll be it, guys. Enjoy the video. Without further ado, we just gonna get straight into it, guys, starting off with number 1. And these are not in order. You guys can put them in order to yourself. These are just all the answers I got from the community when I asked my questions out and asked people, a bunch of people, and these are their responses, okay? And a little bit of mine chimed in there, but mostly the community's responses more than just myself. Number 1, I got Bluescreens. Now, I know for a fact that it can't be just fixed completely. There's always going to be a chance of blue screening and a chance of game crashes, just because no game is perfect and every game has that. But the amount of times that you blue screened and what you blue screened for should actually be a thing. So for instance, we have different types of blue screens in this game. You have blue screens where you're on the extract and you have a bounty in your hand, and people would blue screen right when they're just sitting still, when they're not moving. You have blue screens where you go run and you'll melee a zombie that's laying on the ground, and it'll hop up and boom, you'll blue screen. Also, you'll be in the middle of a fight and you'll just get done with the fight, but as soon as you get done with the fight and you kill somebody, you'll get a blue screen. Like, it's just many different game crashes in general. It's not just one, and I know they can't be fully fixed, because you know nothing can be just fully fixed in the game, but it's more often than it should be. So I think that's a big one, a really big one. Number 2, we got server lag. Now, again, this is something that's tuned into how well their servers are like manifested, or how well they're built, and how much time they put into each of the servers, at least for the console aspect, because I know they're different for console and PC, I would assume. But it's just, the server lag is unbelievable on the console. I get a lot of just constant running in a straight line, and then I'll get stutter lags, or I'll be spinning around, and when I spin around, it slows down my sensitivity to where it's like at below, like it's negative sensitivity, and then I'll just super slow down for a moment, and then I'll speed back up when I'm turning. And that's when I know the server is really laggy, because I'll just test it out every time when I'm in dark side, and I'll try to do a 360 with dark side to see if anybody's around us. It'll slow down my sensitivity, and I use more dark side than I would usually use with a one full turn. And it's just a lot of things like that. Like, you're trying to turn to get in a fight, or you're trying to turn to melee a zombie chasing you, and you'll get stuttered, and it'll slow down your sensitivity for a second, and then it'll speed it back up. Like, it's just a couple little server lags that can be fixed or tuned, I believe, and that we all believe that can be tuned to just make the game a little bit easier and better running. And number 3, tying to a little bit to server, is frame rate issues. Now, on console, this is a big one, because on PC, you know, you have all your components and all of those come into your frame rate. On console, we are one system. They all have the same inputs. They all have the same intangibles inside. There's nothing different, but for some reason we can't get constant 60 frames, and let alone 50 frames sometimes. Like, I've seen my frames drop down to, I ran a test one time, and I looked, and I believe my frames dropped to like 20 frames at one point. It wasn't for a long period of time, but it was dropping down to 20, and then it would jump back up, and then it would stay at like a steady around like 50 and close to 60. But I really wouldn't, I don't think anyone is ever seeing just a solid 60 frames, just a smooth game. Like, when you play COD, you'll play COD and you'll know your game is at 60 frames. You won't get, unless your server is lagging, you won't get any stutters, and you'll just be smooth running. So I think that's something they can improve on too, is frame rate issues, because the smoother a game will be able to run, and the better it's going to feel for newer players coming. Because if they come in the game, newer players come in and they feel this server lag, and they're going to feel frame rate issues, and them not playing at 60 frames frames a second, which should be bare minimum for on console, is just gonna ruin their experience in the beginning of the game. And number 4, we're jumping into distance rendering. Now, I don't know if everybody knows what this is, but just in case you don't, I'll tell you. Basically, what rendering is basically it's your point of view, as many things as you can see in one shot. So the render distance is basically how far you can see before it gets super blurry. And I think that past 100 meters, the frame rate, the distance rendering just starts to botch completely. I don't know if you guys know, but at Ironworks, you get on top of the tower and you should be able to see like pretty much the whole map, but you really can't even see 100 meters in front of you. Even all the way up top of there, we should be able to see almost the whole map, at least some sort of it. And you'll hop into games, and the moment you hop in and it says go, you'll move and everything around you doesn't even fully render in. That's happened to me multiple times. I've run past in buildings and the building doesn't fully render in, and I miss chests. I missed toolboxes, I'll miss ammunition, and then my teammates will see them but I don't. And just certain bugs like that could be fixed or could be tuned a little bit better, and that's what quick fixes, and that's all we ask for really, is just information on what's happening. And if there's going to be quick fixes and bugs, we really don't care about too much else besides just keeping us informed and updated. And going into number 5, guys, we're gonna go in and start with input delay. This one is one of the top ones for me too, because as a new player, when I came into this game, I wasn't really sure how I was gonna feel about it. I bought it just because I love battle royales, and this was one of a battle royale that a newer one that people started to just play, and I thought it would be fun to get it, and I got it. And I come in the game and it has terrible input delay, and I started playing week 2 of it coming out on PlayStation, and that was before they did the input delay service on it, and before they dropped the patch just to fix it, improve it a little bit, and they have improved it, and that's why I'll give them props for that. But it's still pretty bad. I don't think I've played a game with worse input delay than this one on console at all. But I mean, they made steps to improve it and improved it a little bit, but I think it still can be fine-tuned a lot better on that end, because you just got to see from the perspective of newer players coming in the game. Newer players come into the game, they think if they play a smooth game, and even if they're terrible at it in the beginning, at least if it's smooth, they know they can improve on their skills alone. But if they come in the game and all these bugs are happening, they're not going to want to play it again at all, even though they spent $40 on the game when it first came out on PS4, even though now they dropped the price. But either way, just making the smoother experience for the newer player base coming in, just to keep them to stay. And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos, just trying to keep the player base jump in and keep it make people stay and make people feel welcome when they come into the hunt communities. So we're gonna go switch on to number 6. This is another bug that happens consistently, and I know everybody has this bug because I've seen it complained about, and it was one of the top comments on the community that I'm in, and it is the tool switch bug. So whenever you try to use your scroll wheel to switch your tools, if you're holding out your primary, you really can't do it most of the time. Most of the time I don't get being able to switch my tool. Like, so if I'm running at a zombie and I just try to quick swap into my tools to go to my knives, it doesn't switch into my knives, and it's a bug where it won't switch into anything, and I'd have to switch to my secondary and then do it, and then I'd have to try it again and it'll work. And it's just a bug that needs to be fixed. It's a tiny adjustment. I know they can fix that in a heartbeat, but they're just, focusing on bigger updates. So I do commend them on focusing on the bigger updates. But yeah, that tool switch glitch it's just annoying, really, more than anything. And not being able to switch to your things smoothly it's a bug, because now when the newer players are coming in, they barely know how to switch, and I can quick swap, so I can try it multiple times and I'll run away from zombies. But if he's getting hit by zombies and he can't switch to his tools, and he doesn't know that you'd have to switch weapons to try it again, he'll die to a zombie, and then that frustrates players even more. But yeah, that's it for tool switch bug. That I just think that should be fixed completely. With number 7, guys, we're gonna go to the melee swing glitch. Now, I personally have not had this happen to me because I don't use the bomb lens or the cavalry saber a lot, but we had multiple comments in the community where I posted the question on what bugs that they think they can be fixed, and they told me that it was a melee swing glitch, so where the people swing their bomb lens or swing the cavalry saber or machete, and it doesn't appear to swing at all. It just shows no motion, even though you're already holding it back and holding it tied up. and you let it go to swing and it doesn't swing at all. It doesn't give you the animation or anything. I personally haven't had this update, but I just wanted to put that in there because some people in the community saw that, and I want to be able to put everybody's input into this. So yeah, I think that one clearly should be fixed. People already know about it, and they say it's a big problem for our melee characters that like to use bomb lances and sabers and everything like that, just to help them out a little bit better. Number 8, I'm going with hit registration. And what I mean by hit registration is the hitboxes on the game. They're a lot different than most games, at least that I play. And people were talking about it in the chat, where they're not getting bullet regs on straight on targets, and that can be hit registration, or that can be server. When you're playing with different people playing on different servers, it can be a lot of server lag. In them, they're not getting the best thing possible because of the ping on the server. And when Australian people come and play on West, because I do play on West because I'm in California, a lot of towards the midday to later on at night, Australian people are starting to hop on, and they like to play on West server. This is told to me by a top player in the community who is Australian, who plays on the servers. And he tells me West is his main go-to server, and because Oceanic servers aren't really good for Australian people, and I don't think and their own servers are really dead, so that's a big one too. So the hit registration is, I know it's not ping based, it's by whoever shoots first, but I think it could be fine-tuned a little bit better to attend to everybody's needs and attend to them being able to hit shots a little bit better, and their shots actually registering and not just getting blanks, where their shots are going right through people, because I've had that happen a few times. But we're gonna move on from that and go to number 9. This one is something that is a quick fix that they can do with a quick update, hot update, or something, a hot fix. Cursor home screen speed. Now this might be the most annoying thing ever, because especially coming after a loss. To me personally, I'll die to something dumb, or I'll die and I'll be a little bit frustrated, and then come to the home screen and my cursor's moving 2 miles an hour. Now I know how to navigate the menu pretty fast, and the whole home screen menu or the UI is very slow, and then you consistently double click on something to equip it, and it takes like 5 seconds for it to equip it. I think the whole UI needs to be a little bit fine-tuned, because the fact that it's running extremely slow and it's lagging going into the UI, you're not even in the game yet, and you're already releasing bugs. And I just think that's something that hopefully in this new update it's a hot fix, or it gets a hot fix of itself. And going into number 10, got a few of these. The frag bomb. Now I do not want to get rid of the frag bomb completely personally, but people think it's completely overpowered. It blows through everything on the map. It doesn't. I've gotten blown through hay barrels, through brick walls from the frag bomb, through metal on a roof where I'm standing on, and the frag bomb's below me and it blows me through metal. And I just don't think personally that it's not optimized. I've gotten killed from a distance of 22 meters away from the frag bomb, and I was at full health. I might put the clip in here, but yeah, I just think the frag bomb's super OP. It's ridiculous that you can cook that, and if you're within probably 30 meters of range from it, you're going to take substantial amount of damage from it. And yeah, just a little bit more fine-tuning from the frag bomb, because it's just crazy how much power it does, and for how much it costs, and how efficient it is to use on anything. You're in a house and they throw a frag bomb, and no matter where you are in that house, you're going to pretty much die or be bleeding in one shot. If a sparks perhaps have shot you that one shot. So that definitely needs to be fixed too. And that's pretty much going to be it for the video. I know the update is coming soon. I'm pretty sad that it didn't come out when it was originally planned to, through the 11 through 15, but people are telling me they've had to fix a lot of things, and I've been hearing a lot of stuff in the community, so I haven't been too pushed about it, even though it's going to be coming out soon next week. They said hopefully it comes out when it's scheduled to next week, because a lot of people are anxious for the update, and I got a lot of fun videos for you guys when the update comes. So that's going to be it for Hinks, man. If you guys like this video, make sure to like the video. We're going to get this video, hopefully, let's try to beg 20 likes, man. We broke 10 likes on the past 10 videos, and I really appreciate everybody's support on these videos, and all their views, and all your likes and comments, and showing me your input. And I love reading comments, so make sure you guys comment down below if you enjoy this video. Make sure you like the video, and if you enjoy the content on this channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Road to 200 by May. Road to 200 by May, by April, June. So yeah, we trying to break this milestone, and yeah, that's gonna be it for me, you guys, and Just like I said, man, you guys have a great rest of your day and make sure to keep on hunting. All right, guys. Peace.